All right, Sam, you have a bone to pick with this next story. It's about our very favorite Trader Joe's. What's going on?
Trader Joe's says it is almost done renaming its international foods after getting complaints the labeling on some of the foods are racist. The rebranding comes after more than 2,500 people signed a petition started by a Bay Area high school senior. The petition urged the store to get rid of the names like Trader Ming's for Chinese items or Trader Jose's for Mexican food. Some say the names exoticize other cultures while making Trader Joe's the default normal character. Trader Joe's says while it was a lighthearted attempt at inclusiveness, they realize the names are having the opposite effect. And yeah, you're right, I do have a bone to pick. These are not real problems. I had to take a breath today before hitting that tweet button because I was so frustrated when I saw this. In 1911, my great-grandparents left Italy. They fled poverty in Calabria to come to the United States to make a better life. The other side of my family, my native Mexican grandmother from Michoacan came to America on a trip, the trip on which her brother died. My other great-grandparents on that side of the family immigrated from Spain. My grandpa built adobe homes for he and his 7 siblings to live and to help provide for his family. Italian, Mexican, Spanish, they think Trader Jose's and Trader Giotto's was cute. They're not microaggressions. They're not trivializing. 2,000 signatures. By the way, it took 2 weeks to even get 2,000 signatures, is not a movement. And a high school senior should not be dictating how corporations, especially grocery stores during a pandemic, should be labeling their foods. Trader Joe's is super chill. It's very inclusive. It provides quality goods. They're super responsible about their sourcing for those goods. And it's basically nothing to provide the kind of foods we're getting out of Trader Joe's. It's so reasonably priced. That's honestly, they're such a chill company. That's probably why they were cool with changing the name. But for once, I wish a company would just dig its heels in a little bit and say, you know what, we're going to leave it. It's not offensive. It's not meant to be offensive. It's meant to be cute and inclusive. I wish they would just tell these people to grow up. 2,500 signatures is not a movement. And this is not a real problem. I hate that we're even talking about it. But that's all I want to say.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, Sam. I'm just, as playing devil's advocate, isn't there like a culturally appropriating these type of people? If these people aren't behind the products, if like Spanish people aren't behind some of Trader Jose's items.
Wait a minute. So you're telling us that, I don't want to cut you off because
no.
I go ahead, but you're saying our grocery store can't sell food that's not that the people who own the grocery store can't sell the food based on what different.
I mean, because are they just using these people as mascots? That's what I'm saying. Is it just a mascot, Trader Jose?
Well, at what point is it erasing culture? I mean, Giotto and Jose are 2 different versions of Joe or John in a different language.
Yeah.
And at what point is it just erasing the culture instead of, it's not meant to be offensive.
Well,
I always thought that was kind of fun.
And if you really want to support the culture too, maybe you shouldn't be buying salsa at Trader Joe's. Maybe go to a mom and pop Mexican store.
Okay. There you go. That's a great point.
I agree. Shop local. Went to an Italian deli this weekend and supported a local Italian deli that didn't have Trader Giotto on the label. But
Pinocchio?
If you are, it was Pinocchio. Also, that in itself is problematic that you would say that. I think, look, Trader Joe's they are so responsible and transparent in where they get the ingredients and sourcing for their food, that it probably does come from a business in that country that would greatly be hurt if Trader Joe's cut off their business with them.
Yeah.
So they're probably helping. So I think this is so trivial and so stupid, and I wish they didn't give in to this. By the way, Andy, 800 signatures. And then once USA Today did the article, it got 2,500, which is still nothing.
Well, that's
nothing
the thing. It's like,
after a national article.
You know, because the movement is obviously very important, and we should be stamping out racism, absolutely. But are we doing that, or is it easier to sign a petition for something that is essentially meaningless?
Yeah.
That then we can pat ourselves on the back for and say, look what I did, I'm changing something, and then wash our hands of it and move on. I think, I don't know. There's a lot of real problems in the world, and you're absolutely right. I think for anybody who felt offended by this, that is a bummer. Legitimately, I don't know how many people.
That's a bummer,
did.
but also grow up. And I'm like, I don't care if like you hate me on YouTube for saying that, but I know I come off as this like privileged person to say that, but I don't think my Italian and Mexican and Spanish ancestors were privileged when they were selling fruit on the side of the road to make a living in America. By the way, they don't care that it said Trader Jose's on the salsa. That's not a real problem. That is not a real problem. Grow up. Anyway.
Well, I think it's also evidenced by the fact that this has been in the news for a week or two, or a week maybe, and there's still only 2,500 signatures. Because again, it's like, I think, I don't know. We covered so.
How can you be mad at Trader Joe's? You know they're just doing it to be cute and to be inclusive.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you mad at Trader Joe's?
Well, it's just it's weird when. Yeah, I don't know. We could talk about this for years.